your Norcast weather update. Brought to you by East Coast Roofing, Siding, and Windows, offering the best roof warranty in the business. Our warranty covers 50 years of materials, 25 years of workmanship, and leak-free guarantee. Call 609-646-1444.
Good morning, everybody. It is now 7:33 on your Hump Day Wednesday morning, and I hope you are all doing well. It is raining. It is pouring. The seasoned old gentleman is snoring. Yeah, it is not a very pleasant start to the day. It is very swampy. It is very wet, all that kind of stuff. I hope you're all doing very well. Good morning, Tanner. Good morning, Charlene and Rochelle. I can't wait until this rain shuts off. Well, you don't have much longer. It's not going to be with us all day, but by late morning, things are going to be drying out, and certainly by the afternoon, we are good to go. But there's more rain coming our way tomorrow morning. In fact, there should be some thunderstorms coming through. And then while the weekend is mostly dry, I think we're going to take a page out of last week's book as an area low pressure moves through an upper level low way up over the Great Lakes, and it's going to allow this unsettled pattern where you could get a random heavy shower or some grapple because it's going to be so cold right above our heads. So, don't go planning on any kind of washout, but if you have outdoor plans, make sure you have your umbrellas in the car just in case. I think we finally crawl out of this by next week. In fact, a big change. Temperatures in the 70s, even around 80 degrees is possible. So that is in that 10-day forecast. Good morning, Colleen. Oh, well, thank you. I've always wanted one of these. This is like one of those old-timey boardwalk suits like you would see back in the 30s and 40s and whatnot. I love this. So I went to my tailor a few weeks ago and I said, I want one of those. Now, every suit I have is from the same guy. He actually puts my name in the jacket, and they have all these custom linings, and he does a really, really great job. So this is pretty cool. A little weird on camera. Sometimes when I'm editing, it's like all over the place, but it looks like it's showing up on Facebook okay, so that is good. Good morning, Jackie and James and Monica and Joanne and Wendy and Pamela and Teresa. Thank you for being here. Before we dive into the forecast, I swear I'll only take a moment of your time. I want to show you some of the big things that are coming our way, and this is going to be launched, I'm hoping Monday or Tuesday of next week. So what had happened was, this was supposed to go live this week. The website is done. It is done, it's complete, it's everything I want, and I cannot wait. I have a server that hasn't been started in 3 years, and I thought it was going to work just fine. All the images on the website are tied to that server so we can update things in real time. It's going to be really cool. Well, I replaced the hard drive, I replaced the solid state drive, I replaced the memory cards and all kinds of stuff. And lo and behold, still not working. So I told the company, that's it. I'm tired of dealing with it. I need it to be perfect. Send me a new one. So they're shipping it today. It'll be here by the end of the week, and then we'll be able to launch the website. But let me show you this, because I don't want to understate the importance here. This does not exist anywhere else. This is a brand new website that there's no other local organization that does this. So you're going to go here, you're going to have the homepage, you're going to have your video, you're going to have the social media feed here, current conditions, 7-day forecast, and then this is what I love. You'll be able to pick exactly where you live. So let's just say I'm in the blue. I'm in interior South Jersey. So from there, you're going to get these images. You'll get your area specific forecast for the 7-day. You'll get a map, you'll get your 12-hourly breakdown, you'll get tonight's forecast. And there's all kinds of stuff here. Tide charts, just incredible amount of information. You can go to the entire state. You can go to your localized area. I know a big thing here is, is there going to be tidal flooding? Well, you go right here and it's going to tell you the various levels of tidal flooding. There's going to be literally everything you could possibly think about for the weather here locally. We put a lot of time and attention into this, and I'm just so excited about it because, look, I'll always be here on Facebook as long as I can be, but the algorithms stink. The amount of garbage that is on Facebook stinks. Mark Zuckerberg could wake up tomorrow and say, I'm done with Facebook. I'm going to move fully into Meta. And then what? I built an entire platform on real estate that I don't own. So I'm going to move everything over to my website where I own everything, right? So I want everybody to know that if Facebook vanished, you can still go to norcast.tv and you'll have everything and more than you have on Facebook. And I know sometimes it gets annoying. Like you'll see dozens of my posts because that's just how the algorithm works. And sometimes you don't see any of them. This way you can go right to the website and just pick what you want. You can bookmark certain pages and whatnot. So if you're All right, let's look at our national days. Today is the Day of Hope. It is National Acai Bowl Day. A funny story. I used to be a manager at ShopRite years ago, and the first time when acai berries became like a thing, like more popular, I had no idea how to say that. So a customer came up to me and said, do you know where the acai is? And I looked at her dead in the face, and so embarrassing. I'm like, ma'am, do you mean acai? And I guess she felt bad for me because she just agreed. She's like, oh, yeah. Well, I'll too. But embarrassing story of the day. It's National Siamese Cat Day. It's National Sorry Charlie Day. It's National Student Athlete Day. National Tartan Day. National Teflon Day. National Walking Day. New Beers Eve. And Plan Your Epitaph Day. All right, so I got that special stuff going on. Let's get on over to our weather headlines here. And you're going to see that the heavy rain that is currently out the door, that's going to be wrapping up to leftover showers. We still have another couple hours of heavy rain, especially if you're in the northern sections of our viewing area. Trenton over to Toms River might not totally wrap up until about 10 o'clock. Then you'll have some just light showers. Then tomorrow morning, we've got more rain coming our way. Yesterday, I was less bullish with the idea that it would be lingering for, a good chunk of the day. I think we have two rounds. One in the morning, then maybe a little bit of a lull, and then showers and thunderstorms could fire up again in the afternoon. So it's going to be a yucky day from start to finish. We look good for the weekend. We're partly cloudy and seasonable. But even on Friday and Saturday, we're going to have to throw in the chance of a couple passing showers, whether it's rain or grapple, because it's going to be so cold above our heads. I know a lot of you saw grapple last week, and you're like, what the heck is this? It looks like a hailstone, but it has the consistency of a snowflake just because of how it forms. It's super cool liquid. It's not hail. It forms completely different than hail, but it can look like these little styrofoam balls. And it's really cool because we usually see it in the spring and in the fall when those colder layers are right above our head. Here's a live look at our in at Sugar Hill camera overlooking the Great Egg Harbor River into Mays Landing. Traffic is crawling along, and you see in the river the pitter-patter of the rain. Right now, 54 degrees, 100% humidity, obviously, and we picked up an inch and a quarter, almost an inch and a quarter, at the airport in Egg Harbor Township so far. You get over to Atlantic City, an inch and a tenth, an inch and 3/4 in Fortescue and Vineland, over the bay in Dover, almost 2.5 inches of rain, an inch and a half in Courthouse, inch and a third up in Trenton, inch and a tenth in Marlton. This worked out exactly as thought. The Philly Burbs would get the shorter end of the stick. The closer you got down into extreme South Jersey, the more robust this system was. If this was January, we'd be looking at 1 to 1.5 feet of snow. And it's funny because this storm is tracking the very same way every winter storm we had. Once those patterns get locked in, you usually see that thing over and over and over again. 50 right now in Philadelphia, 54 in Atlantic City, 55 in Richmond, 61 in Raleigh, 49 in Cleveland, 48 in Chicago. Here's the upper level low. This is going to be coming through Friday, Saturday, but the front out ahead of it, that's going to be coming through tomorrow. We have a frontal system right on top of our region right now. It's a stationary boundary, area low pressure riding along it, and that is where we are getting the rain from. 48 right now in Bensalem, 49 in Philadelphia, 50 in Deptford. Look at these little pockets of yellow. That is where the rain is coming down the hardest, just west of Hamilton right now, kind of between Hamilton and Glassboro. Temperatures in the lower 50s there. Heading down into Atlantic City. If you're heading into the city, you're probably noticing heavy rain. East on the expressway, Mays Landing, portions of Egg Harbor Township getting walloped by heavy rain right now. 50 in Atlantic City, 55 in Dennisville. The rain lightens up a little bit through Cape May County. The Villas at 54, 49 in Stone Harbor. I think the heaviest stuff is done for you in the Cape. Right now through southern Cumberland County, you're dealing with some steady to heavy rain, and that is all going to be pushing to the north and east. And that's why I think portions of Ocean County, you're not going to get out of this until after 10 o'clock, as the heaviest is still to come. Winds are on the gusty side right now, 23 in Atlantic City, 20 in Hamilton, 23 in Mays Landing. But, I mean, this isn't anything to write home about. This isn't any damaging wind scenario, so you don't have to worry about that. That's a good thing. But it is going to be a breezy day. And with the rain in the morning being whipped sideways, it's not very pleasant. Winds back off a little later on this afternoon. And then going into tomorrow, we might see some gust over 20 miles an hour again, especially out towards the western sections of our viewing area. So out the door today for your morning commute, I have to go a yellow light across the board in your travel. All roadways are ponding, so they're slick. Visibility is reduced, especially if you're in those areas with the intense rainfall. Lower 50s with a east-northeast wind at 10 to 15 miles an hour. That's sustained. And again, we are seeing those gusts a little higher than that. Here's our Doppler radar showing you where that heavy rain is. It's going to be ending from southwest to northeast, so you still have a couple hours to go in southern Burlington, Ocean County, Monmouth County. I mean, look at that, just west of Howell and Toms River. That's very heavy rain coming through, but no severe weather. None of that, okay? We could be talking some thunder boomers by tomorrow morning. I mean, this would be a perfect winter storm. I like the position of the area low pressure. It's a shame that we don't have the cold air. I know some of you are like ready to throw your tomatoes at the screen. He said he wants snow. No, I don't. I want the sun and 70 just like the rest of you. But I'm just, remarking that this would be an optimal setup for a snowstorm in our backyard. We'll zoom out a little bit more. All right, so that's storm number 1. Storm number 2 is organizing itself over Chicago and Indiana. It'll get into the Ohio Valley, and by tomorrow morning, it's going to be what? It's going to be knocking on our doorstep. And it's going to be bringing more rain. Could see another half of an inch to an inch out of that one. And that is definitely helping with the groundwater levels that have been very low. And I think we start to climb out of the drought that we have found ourselves in. More severe weather across the deep south today in Alabama and Georgia. We're likely going to see more tornadic thunderstorms. Right now, just outside of the Atlanta metro area, there's a 10% chance of tornadic activity. Much of the state, actually all of the state of Georgia, under a 5% chance. That extends northward into eastern Tennessee and southeast Kentucky. So tornadoes, there will likely be tornado watches going up at some point this morning and afternoon. So be mindful of that if you have friends and family in those areas that they want to pay attention to this system coming through. All right, so cloudy skies generally after the rain is out of here. If we're lucky, you got to work with me here. You got to cross your fingers and your eyes. That always helps. And your toesy woesies. I don't wear shoes when I'm doing my job, by the way. FYI, TMA, right? But anyway, if you do all that, we might see a few pokes of sunshine out there. And that would be wonderful. That would lift the spirits a little bit. But don't bank on it. Tomorrow morning, this is just after midnight. The rain is now coming through central Pennsylvania, and then it plops into our region by 8, 9, 10 o'clock. That round gets out of here. Then in the afternoon, we're going to be looking for these other showers and thunderstorms that could continue into the evening. And then on Friday morning, another chance of some showers. And I know Friday is opening day for the Phillies. Truth be told, I don't follow baseball, so you're going to have to tell me when these games are. I'll look into it, okay? I'll have a graphic that is auto-generated on my website with the Phillies forecast. I just don't have any interest in baseball, ever. So I've been to one Phillies game, and I found it boring. They just stand there. and they like scratch their leg and they look at the sky and like, come on, do something. At least football is just active all the time. But anyway, if you love baseball, great for you. We all have our own likes. Thunderstorms possible tomorrow. No severe weather as of right now. It looks like that marginal risk of severe weather is going to be down across southern Delaware, Delmarva, south into Virginia Beach. For us, I think rumbles of thunder, heavy downpours, the primary concern. The rain is good for the drought, but it's also good for the allergies. They've been bad over the past couple weeks, right? But today and tomorrow, we're down to a 1. Then we start to climb back to a 4 on Friday. It's maple, elm, and juniper, and it's kind of like a catch-22. The tree pollen gets washed away with these rain events, but then the mold spore count climbs. So it's 6 in one, half a dozen in the other, right? So rain should shut off for much of the area by about 10 o'clock, again, lingering up towards Ocean and Monmouth County. 12 to 6 o'clock, we are mainly dry. We've got temperatures in the middle 50s, maybe some broken sunshine. I wouldn't go selling the cart on that. Cloudy sky, still dry tonight, about 46, and then going into tomorrow, rain comes back and we have to throw in that lightning bolt there. East to southeast winds at 10 to 15. Just not a great day. We are going to be better on Friday, better on Saturday, but even those 2 days, a little unsettled with some random shower chances, nowhere near as much rain as today and tomorrow. Here's our 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, and we are in the bullseye, putting us 10 to 15 degrees above normal. I think there's multiple days next week in the 60s and 70s and maybe even around 80 degrees. It's a welcome sight, but look at what's out to the west. This is our 8 to 14 day temperature outlook. Still the chance of above normal temperatures here, but this is likely going to be pressing down into our neck of the woods. Now, the reason we're going to get the warmer air is this. This is our upper level pattern. You see the big Barney colors coming our way. This is a big trough. Dip in the jet stream, okay? This is going to be with us for the next few days, cooler than normal weather, but then the jet retreats up into Canada and high pressure builds in, and that is what gives us the warmth. And it's cooler out to the west over the Pacific Northwest. Okay, let's take a look at the 7-day forecast. 62 on Friday, partly cloudy skies, a chance of a couple isolated showers. Saturday and Sunday should be nice days for the most part, but even those days I can't rule out a passing sprinkle. 57 on Saturday, 54 on Sunday, into the 60s on Monday and Tuesday. Look at that, 80, near 80 degrees on Wednesday. Crazy, right? And if I were to extend this out a little bit, you'll see your 10-day outlook, 80 on Thursday, 77 on Friday, down to 62 on Saturday. But this is just a sign of better things to come. So if you're happy and excited about the warmer weather, I am certainly with you. It's that time of the year. I mean, we need to get outside. All right, Taisha says, team football. Sounds like someone is power washing the windows. I agree with that, but I find that so relaxing. I slept like a baby overnight. Teresa says she loves the Phillies. I will jump on the bandwagon. I love the Phillies too because I'm a local. Doesn't mean I care about them. I agree about baseball, says Nick. Well, thank you. I have some agreeing out there. Kim says no snow, over 2 inches in my rain gauge. Thank you, Gary, for that. It is what it is, right? You disappeared for a second. Guess Mark didn't like your remarks. Ha! That's funny. That's really funny. All right, guys, have a great day. And again, if you're interested or know somebody that might be interested in advertising their business, very affordable on my platform, nick@nordcast.tv. You can email me there. Have a great day. Stay dry.
You confused me with something during your dissertation.
What?
Well, you said this storm and the one coming tomorrow would be perfect for a snowstorm in January.
Mm-hmm.
So this one, I think the high must be in the wrong place.